Maybe not too much, but I think it's just the crossroads that we're at in this game that is going to allow us to go ahead and do quite a bit of stuff, since we are really on the cusp of kind of finishing this game, kind of not, more or less just getting towards the end. The end of a very long journey. As always, we're going to open up this song with the opening. But I was really just thinking about it. And I realized, you know, we don't have a lot of time left for this one. We have... Now, I know that the routes are rather long. I cannot speak today. At least, if I remember correctly, they are. It looks like I'm gonna need to definitely warm up. So, all we have left is the Celsia good ending, which we are very much about to get, like within probably the next hour. The neutral bad, which we could also get really fast, since that's the fastest route you kind of just throw. And then we have the Torta ending A, which is just the base ending, which unlocks Torta ending B, which is the Alfine ending. And then we have the Decapo Alfine Symphonic Rain ending. And that is it. That'll bring this to an end, so... I don't know why I'm playing so bad. Alright, warm-up done. Let's get this show on the road. What's up with this new, like, channels point the system? I don't know if you guys are seeing that. I don't know what the whole channel points thing is. But they added something to my channel. Maybe you guys will probably figure it out better than I can. Alright, let's get this on the road. So, we have to get 5 stars for this. We're going to make sure to do that now. I cannot mess up. Look, we're popping off. I haven't missed a single one. Grave, please like me. No, 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 no. I got too arrogant. Wow. We did it for her. We absolutely did it for her. That might have been my record on this song. Could be wrong on that, though. We were bathed in thunderous applause. Oh, I think I accidentally messed up for the 7 remake announcement. Let me go ahead and remove that. You can see that our meter is non-existent. Lise was shocked, and I just stared blankly into the audience. I felt the same way as Lise, but my reaction was restrained because I guessed this would happen. This was dramatic proof that her voice could move the hearts of those who heard. Looking at the numbers of people applauding, no one could doubt it. Lise, I called out to her, motioning for her to take a bow. Right. We took a deep bow and we walked off stage together. Very, very well done. Coming from Cordell, this was high praise indeed. I was genuinely happy to hear that, but right now there was something else on my mind. Mr. Cesarini left a message. Go straight to the lecture room. She said that with a smile. She knew exactly what was going on. We'll be on our way then. Oh, one more. This one's from Torta. She's been worried about you, but she left right after hearing your recital. So, what'd she say? You really worked hard. That's all. Oh, okay. Now then, off you go. Alright, let's go, Lise. Let's go. Full of confidence. There was no way anyone would not be convinced by that performance. They were still applauding when we left. Wow. A lot better. When we entered, Grave had a look of mild displeasure. Or so I thought, because it was gone in the next instant, which left me wondering if it had really been there at all. Lise, who came in, saw nothing. Perhaps it had been my bad impression of Grave that made me see him like that. How good of you to come. Yes. Father, did you have the chance to hear our performance? She skipped over everything and went straight to the point. Even though what I knew what the result would be, I was still nervous to see what he would say. I heard it. So, how could anyone not approve of that? The disdain in his voice, but to Lise it sounded like kindness. As if the stubborn father in some fable had broken down at last with tears in his eyes. To be fair, it looked the same way to me as well. But there was a definite hint of coldness in what he said. So we're good? Yes. Thank you. Chris Burton, yes. Take good care of Lacelsia for me. She didn't even notice what he had said. Her cheeks were just flushed with absolute joy. Now then, you can come pick up the score. Lacelsia, let's go. Okay. Wait. It's fine. I'll be right back. No, it's not that. Grave had already walked out. Just now, what was that about? Lise ran over and gave me a quick kiss on the cheek. See you later. I'll go to your room, so just wait for me. Okay. I'll be there. I tried many times to grab Lisa's arm, but in the end I could only watch. I felt an indescribable anxiety which would not go away. Grave's smile remained seared into my mind. I believed in Lise, but that didn't lessen the anxiety. How long did I wait for her that day? I had wondered. A feeble knock brought me back to reality. Lise! Right away I had known it would have been Lise. When I opened the door, Lise was leaning against it, and she slowly collapsed. Oh. Okay. Lise? Quickly I propped her up to see... Oh, good God. Quickly I propped her up to see how she was doing. This was... Oh my God! A dry, raspy voice came from her throat. Her neck still bandaged, but it showed signs of a fresh wound. Oh my God! Why? 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 Because I did so and there's nothing to be done about it. Grave? For the first time I called him by his name. Keep your voice down, you're gonna disturb your neighbors. What did you do? I asked weakly, that was all I could do. Even my momentary fit of anger, I had cooled instantly as I held Lise, still shaking on my knee. You were going to take my prized possession away from me. It makes only sense that I should take Lacelsius away from her. Stop talking nonsense. I still haven't learned manners towards me. No matter, I'll let you off today. In any case, take care. You're insane. Everything was a lie. It was a half-truism. He snickered at his own joke. Esk, Lacelsius' mother, she abandoned her daughter. She abandoned me for another man, he went on. She was even seen associating with some common singer. I had no use for that child of such a woman, so I left her at the shelter. But then, imagine my surprise when a few years later I went to check, and I found her playing the fortele. Some of my blood did run in her veins after all. I was the father. I tried to teach her, but alas, she turned out just like her mother, misled by some common singing. Shut up. I did love Lacelsia deeply, and that is the truth, but she betrayed me in spite of the knowledge that I was her real father. She was truly happy to hear you say that, and yet, do as you please. I will disown her soon enough. I want nothing to do with that woman's daughter, and I never want to see her again. Shut up. Get out of my sight and never see me again. Well, looks like your days as a musician are over. I wouldn't have worked out anyways. You may have talent, but guess what? You're far too stupid. I said stop talking. I wanted to hit him, but I had Lise by my side. The first thing that I had to do was bring her to the hospital after Grave left. Anyways, I leave my daughter in your hands. Too bad she will never sing again. Lise? I tried not to look back at the unnatural depression on her neck. In the distance, I heard a car driving off. She wouldn't come to it, for it seemed. Holding her, I went outside. Good God. Listen to that rain. We're here, Lise. Hey, the depression meter's way down. Lise didn't respond as I brought her inside. She remained in Piovel's hospital, but as soon as her condition was stable, we left the rainy city I had her transferred to, and we lived in my hometown. I opened the window and I let air in. A gentle breeze entered, freshening the air. We were in a corner room on the second floor, and there was nothing to block out the sun. How are you feeling today? It's a fine day today. You know, the sunlight feels really good. Without looking at me, she said something in a small voice. She responded when I spoke to her, but she didn't understand who I was. Even so, the doctor said that speaking to her was important. I visited her every day and played the fortele. Every day I spent time with her, I was by her side. She had nowhere to return to. She was only could be by me. And the only place I could be was with her. Lise. As I played the fortele, almost devoid of emotion, I heard someone knocking at the door. Who could it be? It was time for the doctor to stop by, and I'd arranged it such that I would do everything for the nurses. I'm coming in. I stopped playing, but made no move to open the door. I thought whoever it was might have been a mistake, but... I want the bad ending! Good God! I heard something bad had happened, so I had come to visit. Torta. How is she? Well, why don't you sit down? It's a long story. Okay. She took a chair out from the corner of the room and unfolded it next to me. There hadn't been anyone else visiting as Lise aside from me, so it did feel strange to have someone. I don't even know where to begin. After the graduation recital? Perhaps before the time I met Lise? Your graduation recital was spectacular. Really? Well, thank you. We seemed to be past talking to each other, but I went on anyways. If I start from the very beginning, it's going to take a very long time, Torta. Well, if you want to talk, I'll listen. Alright, I was looking for a partner. I got tired and went to the music room in the old wing, but I heard a beautiful voice singing. Still seated in front of the fortele, I gazed out the window. I told Torta everything that happened. Everything I thought, everything I felt, every moment. It was a long story. It took even over an hour. As I told it, it occurred to me that Lise wasn't even able to hear me play the fortele. This made me worried. But I really needed to talk to someone, and besides, I had to let Torta know. I finished my story and realized that I had broken down into tears. You've been through quite a bit. Yeah. And all at once, the pain and sadness came rushing out. I can't talk anymore. That's okay. Should I go now? No, I'll be fine. In between my sobs, I looked at Lise. She was responding to my voice and her face slightly turned towards me. Chris? Then, she said my name for the first time since that day, so long ago. I had placed the Fortelli so close to her bed so she could listen, which meant so I could easily reach out to her. Her slender hand left its hiding place under the sheets and reached out for mine. Lise. Our hands touched and I felt that all my efforts had paid off. It didn't matter if she could never sing again. As long as she was with me, I didn't care. I was still crying. She looked puzzled by my tear-stained face and then a little sad as well. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Feeling the warmth of her palm gave me strength. It was all going to be okay. For Lise, for me, I would never cry again. Here, for the rest of my days, I would play the Fortelli for her. Yeah, I'm definitely leaving. Oh, I'm sorry you had to witness that. It's fine. I won't be able to see you out, so I guess this is goodbye. Can I ask one last thing? Yeah, go for it. Is this your idea of atonement? Oh my god. Nothing. Forget it. Torta? So long. And with that she left. All we could do was see her go. Well then. Lise? It's all good. I'll play the Fortelli for you. The sound of my Fortelli playing filled the room once more. That's the end? That's the good end? I'm speechless. I thought I was speechless at... Justin Frill just wrote a fanfic. That was brutal. Is this your idea of atonement? This game is something else. I thought it was going so well. The bad ending was for real better than that, you guys. I really think that the bad ending was more than that. You're really gonna get mad at Chris? Look what the guy went through. Everyone left him. All of his friends betrayed him, as we find out from the Falsito route. He spends the rest of his life playing the Fortelli by someone who will never speak again and can not even remember his name. His only friend comes in and says, "Is this your atonement?" I'm assuming she says that because of the cheating of Arietta. And leaves. And you're gonna tell me you're gonna say fork this guy? What do you look? What he went through? Infidelity or not? Yeah, he got punished. Punish Chris. Don't get me wrong. Put on the scar. Put on the eye patch. He's punished. But yeah, well, Arietta's dead. She has to be. My theory's right. He's still schizophrenic. That was so hard to watch. That was terrible. No, Lise did not deserve that. 100%. You were right. UFO Table had a hand in this? Interesting. I think that's still too far, Natalia, honestly. That was hard to read. It was. That's a beautiful fanfic, Justin. Oh, God, punish Chris. That was so freaking hard to read. There's more! Looks like today is going to be another nice day. As usual, I opened the window to ventilate the room. While holding down a job, I continued to visit her every day. I could only come this early on my days off, but in any case, making the effort to show up wasn't hard. Recently, just by appearing in the room, I would make her smile. When I sat in front of the Fortele, she looked even happier. Almost a year had passed since everything happened. Spring came, summer went by, fall was over, and it was winter once again. Lise was still the same, but one thing had changed about her. The nameplate on the door to her hospital room was no longer La Celsia, it was La Celsia Verton. She was mostly incapacitated, so nothing changed officially. I just had a private whim of mine. I didn't think she would object, and it also helped define my feelings on the matter. And someday, if it were possible, I wanted the ceremony to be held, but that was all in the future. Filled with happy thoughts, I sat in the front of the Fortele. I continued playing the song without words. Words of love once accompanied these sounds. This song was surely a song to be offered to a lover. Lise Grave told me once to give up on music, but here I was, side by side. Music wasn't something to be presented in front of large crowds. Performing for the one you love was just as marvelous. Then... Huh? Oh! And tomorrow was filled with hope. Quick tear almost just fell. Tear almost just fell at local. God, that was a ride. I still haven't broken yet. I said I was gonna play the saddest VNs and not shed a tear, and I've almost just lost. Oh man, this game, you guys. Falsita had my utmost, just pure respect for her 500 IQ underwater chess mastery, and this route just broke my heart, mended it back together. That was fantastic. Well, Torta got outplayed in the end. Looks like I'm not cheating on the GF sister this time, scumbag. Is this your idea of atonement? Yeah, it is. Lise got better, and you're still a sore loser. Deep breaths after that one. Okay. Let's get this neutral bad ending done before I start crying. We're gonna go to... Don't Deny It. Okay. There we go. Okay. I can't even make a joke. Today I'd be like, if this was just 20 minutes away, I would have been like, I wonder what Torta will say in the turtle route. She looking kind of fresh though, but I can't even make that joke today. I'm too sad. This game hurts. This game forking hurts. Oh, I misclicked. Frick. Oh my god. That I'm still not over that. That was hurt. That hurt. That was hurted. That was hurted, you guys. That's. Uh, practice rooms. Practice a song. Alright. Oh, God. Alright, it's super early, you guys. I'm sorry, we've only been streaming for like 30 minutes, but I'm a little emotionally spent. I'm gonna go ahead and just end the stream when we get to our next decision, which is gonna be right here. We're gonna go to the classrooms. We're gonna go ahead and end it here tonight. I'm sorry, it's only been like 30, 45 minutes, however long it is, but I need to take it. I need to take a rest. That was hard. That was hard to read. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna finish up this bad ending. We're already almost done with it, and we'll start Torta. Let Kogato's wild ride continue. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.